Welcome everybody back to Just Plain Crazy. I'm Brennan. Thanks for joining me again here for another episode. You want to get to the maiden, we're going to get there. Time out. Don't run off. Give me just a second to explain to you what you're going to see. This video is going to have two flights to it. Maiden one and then a second flight. The real important stuff here is what actually happens in between those two, and I want to explain that to you and give you the background story so you really understand. First off, with this plane, the Maiden, there's no book for it. This is the 2.3 meter Carf 330 extra SC hybrid. There's really no build manual. It was a build between Carf and Pilot, so they come together to build these projects, and there's no real owner's manual to follow, if you will. So with this plane, everything was kind of an experiment. So the CG in this first flight is off, the throws are off, and we're getting even more dialed in as we go. Probably have like 12 flights on this thing now. But anyway, you're going to see the first Maiden. The important stuff is what's going to come after that. So there's something in there, then I'm going to do my wrap up, and then you'll actually see flight number 2 if you want to stick around for that. And that's actually a better flight. As I said, now we've gotten even bigger batteries in this thing up front. It's more tuned into the way I fly, and I'm getting literally on this electric system about 11 minutes of flight time. It's pretty awesome. And that's with SMC batteries and the StinGR85 gear reduction belt system up front. So anyway, let me explain to you what you're really going to see here. In the last year of doing YouTube videos, you know, our audience has grown, our subscriber base has grown, and I appreciate every one of you. But I want to give you some insight into my life, and you're going to catch that right at the end of that video. In the last year or so of really exploring and getting myself out there, especially in this community, I've made a lot of really cool friends, met a lot of really great people, and have gotten a lot of really great help. And the friends, the people I surround myself by really show through at the end of that video. And these are friends that, you know, they help you out with watching your YouTube videos. They help you out by buying your merchandise off the Teespring store and supporting you. They pick up a camera and do videotaping for you at the field, giving up their flying time, or they take a camera and they take pictures for you. These are people that enjoy doing that to help you out because they're true friends. It's the true brotherhood of this hobby that really shines through at the end of that first video. People that are truly excited to see you have success with a Maiden of a plane they know is very special to you. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, months and hours that went into that plane and my learning process. So if you haven't checked that out, please check the links in above, so that way you can kind of catch up on some of the build stuff. Cool tips, tricks, techniques, all those things that I've learned along the way I share with you guys. So it's just not about building that plane, it carries over in any plane. But anyway, so you're going to see at the end what this brotherhood is about. People that are truly happy for you. People that came out in the middle of winter to videotape for me, to watch, to see this successful Maiden. And I want to acknowledge those people, and I want you to see, you know, the brotherhood and the love here that's involved. And when I watched it back on video, I knew I had to explain it to you guys because it's touching to me. It brings a tear to my eye to know that, you know, you surround yourself with such great people. So first off, Kevin and Dana, I got this plane from them over a fire pit deal, really, like, honestly, at midnight, hanging out at the fire, eating Nutter Butters and drinking whatever, text messages back and forth, and before 6 o'clock in the morning, I had a Carf sitting at my camper door. And that's how this stuff went down. So it's Dana's plane. You know, it was Dana's plane. She authorized the movement of it. But without them, I wouldn't have the nicest plane that I own and one of the coolest projects that I've ever built. With that being said, this Ruby Z project is the first and only plane that I have that actually has a name. And my daughter, Emily, named it Ruby. And it's because she always said it shines red like a ruby every time she sees it. And it does. It's a pretty plane. So the Z is for Zygmunt, which is Kevin and Dana, and that's where that portion comes from. So special thanks to them. But also a special thanks to all the people that helped along the way, that share their skill sets, their passions, their brotherhood with me to help me out. Like I said, whether it's buying your merch or videotaping for you. So my boy Ronnie London, who always shares a wealth of knowledge, Donnie Clark, David Russinger, Dave Simmons, Larry Bond, we have Jason Rice. We have all these people, and if I left somebody out, I apologize, but I'm just throwing this out there as a big thank you to every one of you that are within that brotherhood, every one of you watching within the brotherhood. We share a passion in the aviation community. and this brotherhood that we all love. And you know, you really get to see a little glimpse into the awesome people that I'm surrounded by right there at that end. So I want you to stick around. I want you to check that out. But you know, realistically, at the end of the day, one of the biggest people I got to give a shout out to is my wife. I thank her immensely for letting me have the time and energy to spend into this stuff, countless hours, making videos, flying, going to fields, hanging out with all kinds of people, and she's tagged along with me, and maybe sometimes not as adamant at loving this hobby as I am, but she wants to spend time with me, so she puts in a good effort. But without her, I couldn't do any of this, so I greatly appreciate it. So to all of you guys out there, I appreciate you watching. Thanks very much for hanging out with me. Thanks for sharing in the love and the brotherhood. And, you know, like I said, all these people that take time out of their day, I appreciate every one of you from Just Plain Crazy. Thank you. Let's get off to checking out Ruby Z. Down elevator, right aileron, left rudder, right rudder. Does anyone see a problem with that? Good. Right, left, up, down, left, and right. All right, low rate, we're up, there. Oh, real quick, Kevin, keep it on the plane, Kevin. Come here for a second. There's a full pad right there. Just put your finger on that gear ahead of it. Yeah, so just like back edge of your finger, just I can feel it touching my finger. So it's really weird how we position our finger a little bit. But I think, don't you? That has to be nose heavy in their recommendations.
I'm playing some day today too.
All right, he goes.
Motor throttle active. Motor idle speed.
Going up.
Minutes.
That is pitchy on the old elevator.
5 minutes. Minutes.
Bird scared me. I thought something flew off the plane.
Yeah, I know. The way this wind was coming from that way, you want to come in from the other way. Because it will give you a little bit of a tailwind if you come from the left. I found that out when I looked on the way.
3 minutes.
Donnie's coming down the runway from your right, so be careful coming in from that way.
Minutes.
He's back out of your way now.
All right, thank you.
Minute. 50 seconds.
Which way is the wind right now?
I think it's off your back left shoulder. I think you'll want to come in from the right. It'll give you some speed if you come in from your left.
Seconds. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Capacity. 601 milliamp hours. Warning, capacity 4,624 milliamp hours. Warning, capacity 4,676 milliamp hours. Warning, capacity 4,727 milliamp hours.
A little bit on the wind, but we'll take it.
Main to throttle kill.
I was waiting for you to breathe. I was waiting for you to breathe, buddy. Good job.
All right, guys, big sigh of relief. So that was months, painstaking hours in this project. Very cool project. There's the Maiden. Complete crosswind for landing. I wish I could show you the flag there. So the landing wasn't the best landing ever, but it was decent. We'll take it for the Maiden. So anyway, let's start with a couple thank yous here. So for the first plane of my life I've ever named is a Ruby Z. It has a personal attachment for a lot of reasons. Short story, but big shout out to Kevin and Dana. First off, without them having this plane and being able to purchase it from it, the project never would have got started. But there's been so many cool people that I've met along the way that have had some part of this thing. It's been such an incredible journey, and a big thank you to again, Kevin, Dana, my buddy Ronnie, my buddy Donnie, Jim Kitt, who is the mad scientist innovator of this power system. He's over at HV Aviation on Facebook. You guys got to go over there and check him out. But so many people along the way. Tony from Scorpion Power Systems, and then the products inside of here, Gator-Rc with a very cool battery tray setup, and then we have Dubro linkage, Sullivan light fly wheels, A-Main Hobbies battery backup system in the inside of here, Jeti duplex. God, there's just so many. RJX Hobby with all the carbon pieces and custom carbon work. Dubro, the monster links in the inside of here. SWB with my pull system in there. Spot on RC with all of my linkage. And then, like I said, all those people that I've met that I've become friends with that have been easy to bounce ideas off of, or concepts, or to help with tidbits of information. I thank you to everybody out there, and if there's somebody I'm forgetting, I apologize, but listen, there's nothing more I appreciate than this hobby and the people that are inside of it. So really quick, there is the covering of our Maiden in our build series. I hope you guys have joined me along the way for all of the adventure and checked it out. Although we didn't really get to huck the life out of this thing, we still need to tweak the throws in the elevator and find the CG in the front just a little bit. So once I get that dialed in and more comfortable, we'll push it. That flight was over 7 minutes, most of the time at half plus throttle, doing different things. And storage charge, we were 35% at 3/8 on 6,000 packs. Easily I can go up to 8,000s in this thing and not sacrifice anything, and I'll literally be at 8 minutes plus on an all-electric system. That is the efficiency of the StinGR85 from HV Aviation. Check out again Jim Kidd over on Facebook for that thing. But this is a power plant that had as much power as I wanted to, so I'm hoping once I dial this in to become a better pilot with it. But again, just checking out the inside of this thing. What a super cool plane. So we are using the Hitec servos in the 9381 THs, titanium gear, again battery backup, Falcon spinner and prop on the front, a 25.5 by 13 two blade HRB50C, 5,000 or 6,000 milliamp batteries, the battery cap system, the PAD capacitors for the kickback and the servos, the Jeti duplex Rex 10, and then again my battery backup with the OptiGuard in there. But super clean installation. You can see the batteries all the way up front in there, and that is on the Gator-Rc battery mounting system. So really Really cool plane. I'm going to have an absolute blast with this. I'm so thankful the Maiden's out of the way and it's back and intact and in one piece. We always get nervous for Maidens, and this one is kind of special for a lot of reasons to me. So that is the wrap up on the Extra 330 Hybrid, which is a Carf pilot combination, all pilot wings and stabs, Carf fuselage. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, it's Brendan here at Just Plain Crazy. Thank you again for joining me along the way. If you liked it, like it. If you didn't like it, hit that thumbs down button twice for me. Like, share, subscribe, and all that cool stuff. If you want to, ask questions down in the comment section down below. I'll try and answer everything I can for you. And a special thanks here to all these guys that have helped videotape over here. Kevin, his dad, Jason, Donnie, my guy right there with his mask, Dave. Dana's hiding over there in the vehicle. So again, a special thanks to all those people. My buddy Ronnie, who couldn't be here today, he's out celebrating his anniversary, so super cool for him, but his will be up here soon. I'm sure he'll be the second Stinger in the air. And again, all these people very instrumental in this, but ask questions down in there. I appreciate it. I know you guys are just plain crazy for watching. Thanks for joining me. Peace out. Happy flights.
All right, guys, so this is going to be flight number 2 on the 2.3 meter Extra 330 Special Hybrid. Now this thing is again using the StinGR85 and 9381 Hitec in this. Tribunus, Scorpion Tribunus 230 amp ESC. We added 3 ounces of nose weight to this. I have bigger, heavier batteries coming, but we're flying on 12S on this, 6,000 HRB 50C packs. So we're trying to get the CG right. The maiden flight was not great. It was tail heavy. It counts as a flight, but wasn't super happy with the way it flew. So hopefully we're gonna get this thing up here and get this thing at least where we know we like the CG. So we're definitely more nose heavy now, but let's give it a shot and see what happens. Going up, left to right. Still touchy on that elevator, I could already tell on low rates. Crosswind really messes with it. It's really cold and windy here today. It flies better. I can already tell it's a little bit more locked in for my style. Again, we're using capacity alarm here on the radio. You can just see how it dives. It's so touchy there. Power is crazy on this. No power issues at all. Try and get it up here on knife edge, see how it acts. Probably looks like on low rate can throw in some more. I like to fly knife edge and stuff on low rates. Power out of this thing is just stupid crazy. It has no issues with power. 25.5 by 13 Falcon prop. Pick it over the top. Come Come over here. We'll do a hammerhead and we'll spin it coming down. Going up. Hammerhead. Yeah, I think the CG's not bad. Take it on an inverted upline. Yeah, it's a little tail heavy yet, just a little bit. So I think some bigger capacity batteries will be nice. A little bit of expo. Yeah, getting a little bit more comfortable with it. Look at power in that upline. Absolute insanity. And there's setups, guys, that you can actually get more power. I mean, this thing's 22 pounds on the button. I don't think you need any more. I guess it depends what you're looking for as far as rocket power out of hovers and stuff. Although I'm not a down on the deck hover guy, let me go ahead and we'll pull it into a hover and then see if we can accelerate up out of it. Yeah, I mean, it's got everything you want. All right, I'm getting my boo-boo warning capacity. Don't crash it. Bring her in here. My first landing wasn't great because of it being really tail heavy. At least I'll blame it on that. Let's see if we can... Nah, that's way too fast. I like it. I'll take it. Got a good bit of yaw coming in there, but we'll take it.
Total kill.